follow, like, subscribe. Let this shit show going.
Disconnect between the head coach and the GM.
Because
and
nobody
when you
sees
have
Howie's vision.
No, Howie's a freaking moron. And there's a reason why.
Howie, you got a moron.
Are you never gonna let me freaking talk? God damn, bro.
And what's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Birds, Beers, and BS here on the AAT Sports Network. We are your hosts, Eagle Jeff Warner, alongside my compadre Peanut here. Yeah, I'm throwing compadre back here.
Yeah, here we go with that compadre
and
shit.
Party Doll Dave is, for some reason, skipped the show, getting the night off. We have a very special guest with us. We have our buddy Evan here.
Say what's up?
Go ahead, talking to the mic, buddy.
All right. What's up? And here is what we're gonna do.
Okay, all right, that's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do, buddy. But again, Thank you for everyone for tuning in tonight's program. We'll be discussing this coming Monday's big Monday Night Football matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. And also, look, we're halfway through the season, and there's a lot of talk on is not only are the Philadelphia Eagles the best team in the NFL and the NFC, but who possibly could knock them off. So we'll discuss, give you our thoughts on who we think maybe heading to the playoffs, who might be a team that we fear, that who we think might cause the Eagles some problems come playoff time. But first, let's pay some bills here on the program. I'd like to thank our friends at Doan Distillery in Quakertown for their great drinks, from their bourbon to their rum to their spirits, their whiskey, vodka, and gin. Make sure to check them out. They're located at the Trolley Barn Public Market in Quakertown. And also, if you did not know, if you're looking for a great Thursday night fun, they do have happy hour from 3:30 to 6:30 every Thursday night at Doan Distillery. From their Quakerades to their smoothie, to their great alcoholic beverages, vodkas, whiskeys. Again, make sure to check them out at Doan Distillery in Quakertown. If you missed our last live show there a couple weeks ago for the Steelers game, heads up, we will be probably going back there soon. Details to follow soon. So again, make sure you're following, liking, subscribing all our social media platforms, so you can get the details on how you can come out to that. I'd like to thank our friends at Stuff to the Grills in Allentown. They're located off the Iroquois Trail in the Old Town Shopping Center in Allentown. They offer a unique twist on traditional sandwich shop, homemade hot and cold sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and baked goods. They're open Monday through Wednesday, 11 to 7, Thursday to Saturday, 11 to 8, available for takeout. They also offer some take-home dinner kits. So, again, you can give them a call at 484-274-6760 for pickup. Order online at stufftothegrills.com, and they are also available for catering orders. So if you have a family function or a work function, give them a call. They'll make your event even better with their delicious food.
Yeah, they are.
I'd like to thank also our friends at Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant off Iroquois Trail in the Old Town Shopping Center as well. Give them a call at 610-395-2300. They have some great specials. They also do catering. They have some great specials to their daily and game day specials for game day. So, look, if you're looking to grab some grub for football games, basketball games, whatever it may be, they have the food for you, from their pizzas to their strombolis to their subs and so much more. Again, at Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant, you can check out their website and their full menu at vinnysrestaurant.com. So, again, thank you for everyone for tuning in. Let me I have to do everything here. But look, the Philadelphia Eagles surprisingly 8-0 right now.
Surprisingly?
Look, coming off of last week's Thursday's game against the Houston Texans in a game that
scary.
Look, they were able to get out to a lead, and look, I felt they controlled the tempo for the most part, but look, it was still still a game that you were wondering, hey, are they gonna come out on top until they finally did?
Yeah, it was all the makings of a trap game. I think every game from this point forward, I guess we can say is a trap game. So it was scary at first, but it was nice to see how the team responded to adversity. Yeah, it was just the Texans, so it everyone's gonna tell us, yeah, you beat the Texans, whoop-de-doo. But it was good to see the way the team basically played against adversity. So we're getting to see this team in all aspects of a game and all dimensions of a game. So we'll see. We'll see. I think from this point forward, Jeff, every game that we're going to get into is just going to be another trap game. Every game is going to be a trap game.
Well, right now, as you look down the lines for the rest of these games, the Eagles are heavily favored in pretty much every single one of these games.
As they should.
And look, these are opponents that are beatable for the Philadelphia Eagles, but they're also opponents that can cause some problems. All we keep on hearing about is the test in the run game for the Philadelphia Eagles down the stretch of these games. And look, they're going to get some decent running backs. You have Gibson and Robinson this coming week for the Commanders.
Correct.
You have Derrick Henry in a couple weeks.
That's the one that scares me
Jonathan
most.
Taylor, he might be back for that Colts game. You have Saquon Barkley still for another round.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. So look, as well as the Philadelphia Eagles defense has played this season so far, they still have some weaknesses, especially against the run game. They're going up against some quality running backs in this game. And I think the thing that's been favorable for the Philadelphia Eagles, the reason why they're able to win a lot of these games, is that they're getting off to quick starts and they're getting up on big leads, which is taking away their opponents a chance to run the football and basically forcing them to become one-dimensional because they're trying to play catch-up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's true, and that's a good assessment. I actually never really thought of it like that, but yeah, we've been behind before. But yeah, you're right. I guess it forces the team to be one-dimensional. But what do you think is the biggest thing that we lack up front? Because I mean, we have the most expensive defensive line in the NFL.
I think Jordan Davis being out for a couple weeks, it's a little bit more of an impact than we expected. He was only there for a limited amount of snaps. A lot of those were on rundowns.
Right.
And you see Fletcher Cox ain't the player he used to be. Javon Hargrave, he's a guy that can cause some havoc, but he's more of a pass rushing specialist.
Okay.
You want to see more from Dixon and Milton Williams and some of these depth pieces along that defensive line. So look, we're deep at the position where we're also thin at the position when it comes to the specialty of a lot of these guys.
Yeah, that's sad, man. Because Cox used to be a good run stopper. You know what I mean? Like at one point, Cox was a great run stopper. You excited, buddy?
Yeah, I am.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
But Cox used to be a run-stopping defensive tackle. We got big guys up front. It's sad if you're thinking like Davis is the only reason why we stopped stopping the run. Keep that on real quick, kiddo. Sorry, guys. It's getting to the point now where it's like we need these defensive front guys. I mean, what about like Milton Williams and stuff like that? Because they rotate. I feel like it's more scheme than it is player. If you ask my opinion, I feel like for some reason there's a disconnect with the run game, and I feel like Gannon could probably do better to shore that up. Especially we've seen them stop runs before, and it wasn't all just Davis the whole time. So. I don't know. Do you think maybe there's something they can do to scheme it better? Maybe blitz a little more, run blitz, or is there anything they can do to fix what they have going on with this run defense?
It's a little bit of everything. Some of it's personnel, some of it's scheme, some of it's execution. I'll say these guys have to do a better job of their assignments. They have to do a better job at
tackling.
Missed tackling, especially at the second level.
Yeah.
As well as our linebackers have played for the most part this season.
Right.
They're still Kaiser White, TJ Edwards, they're still missing tackles in the open field. They're not hitting those holes and clogging those holes as much as they should be to shore up that run game. And a lot of time, the Eagles are finding trouble of that bounce back, the way teams are able to get off the edge and get that outside zone run and finding ways to beat them in there. So when it comes to that, that's on your outside defense. That's on the edge rusher to try to make a play. That's on your linebacker to recognize the play and go out there and try to make a stop.
Are they taking advantage of our aggressive-ness around the edges? Maybe
I think so, because look, this is a team that's built on getting after the quarterback.
Right,
where our guys, Sweat can make a couple plays in the run. run. But besides that, Brandon Graham, okay.
Right.
But these are guys that are mainly pass rushing specialists, and I feel we don't have the right personnel that can go out there and play both roles. That's why you're seeing a lot of you're seeing more of like what's his name, the guy that Quinn. I think he only had 7 snaps last week,
right,
and he only had 20 snaps the week before,
right,
and it's because he's a pass rushing specialist. He's not a guy that's gonna go out there and make a play in the run game. So
in the backfield,
it comes down. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like, look, I know everyone's talking about, can this team go undefeated? And realistically,
can we?
They have a shot.
Oh, hold on. The most optimistic thing you've said all season long. You think they have a shot to go undefeated?
They have a shot. Look at the competition we have. I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying we will. Look, I feel this team's going to have a bad game one week. This team's going to slip up. Honestly, I thought that game was going to be last week. With the short week on the road against a weak opponent that you were not really figuring that you were overshadowing as what's the word?
What is the word? Hold
I
on.
don't know. They're looking too far ahead. They were looking past their opponent. They're looking ahead and basically didn't see him as a threat.
Hey man, they were, every team is a threat from this point forward. But the undefeated thing, yeah, I can see it happening. Do I want it to happen? Absolutely. Like, did we ever have an undefeated season as a Philadelphia Eagle fan base? No.
Well, no, because there's only been 2 undefeated teams in the regular season.
So I wouldn't mind that.
And we would be the first team to go 17-0.
That would be,
because all the other teams went 16-0 because of the extra week.
That would be dope. But yeah, I mean, I don't see us going undefeated. I would love to see that. But look, and it's the NFC East. Remarkably, is better than it's ever been. We could lose against the Giants.
We could lose against the Cowboys.
We could lose against the Cowboys,
especially since a lot of those games. Look, we're sitting pretty right now, 8-0. We're 2-0 in the division. 3-0.
3-0 in the division.
3-0 in the division because we beat each team once already.
Yep.
Look, we have the upper hand of the rest of this division. Why are these teams and even the Commanders right now are 3-4 and still trying to play for a wild card spot, which is crazy right now.
It's
actually think that the Commanders have won three of their last 4 games or 4 of the last 5 games.
Yeah, go figure, right?
And they're in the wild card hunt.
Yeah.
So a lot of these teams in our division, they're gonna be battling. They're gonna be desperate. They're gonna want to. They're fighting for their playoff lives, and what better way than to knock out their division rival that's possibly could be undefeated?
Yeah. And mind you,
the Eagles have everyone has a bounty on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Why not? We are number one. We might have 3 teams going to the playoffs from the NFC East itself. I mean, that's a possibility. Am I correct or am I wrong?
I'm reading the comments. Apparently, your son over here is trying to steal your wife's IP over here. He's trying to be a hacker or something.
Good job. Make that money. Hacking. Whoop.
Sorry, what were you saying?
We could have 3 NFC East teams in the playoffs this year.
We could possibly have 4 NFC East teams.
If the Commanders could turn it around, and I just don't see them doing it now. I know
is Carson Wentz lost his job.
Carson Wentz is going to be a coach somewhere, or he's going to be, because his personality doesn't shine as much to be like a analyst or anything like that. But I've seen worse people do analytic
Jason
sports stuff. Yeah, I've seen it happen before. But Carson Wentz as a football starter player, I just don't see it happening. And thank you, Carson Wentz, for your season that you gave us. I'm not holding anything against you. I have no ill will towards you. We went down to Landover. We already booed you, and at this point, I don't feel like kicking a dead horse. I really don't. Rest in peace, Carson Wentz's career.
Very much. But look, as we're looking down the rest of the schedule, and look, unless the Eagles have a catastrophic disaster,
which could happen,
they should make the playoffs, win the division, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a first round home field in the first round bye. So when it comes to the playoffs, I know we're looking too far ahead. What team right now in your eyes scares you the most when it comes to playoff time?
NFC
in the NFC.
You know what's weird? I'm gonna say this team, and this team didn't scare me at first. But the way this team is playing and the way the quarterback is playing, who is written off, who basically never scared me before, is starting to kind of scare me a little bit, and I'm gonna say it, and you guys can agree to disagree or agree to agree. The Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
They kind of scare me. Like Geno Smith is playing pretty good football. The Pete Carroll obviously is a great coach, and that team is really starting to come together. It makes Russell Wilson look like the odd man out in this situation. But I'm gonna say the Seattle Seahawks kind of scare me. They the way they're playing, the way the team is rallying around their quarterback, and shout out to Geno Smith, man, a guy that's been written off and kind of shit on this whole time. Is actually producing and looking like an NFL like starting caliber quarterback.
And it looks like the Seattle Seahawks made the right decision. And we talk about Howie fleecing teams. Whoever I don't know I can't remember his name, but whoever the Seahawks GM, he deserves GM of the year for trade trashy Russell Wilson.
Trashy Russell
for
Broncos. Let's ride.
for the amount of compensation they got for Russell Wilson, and they're about to be a playoff team with Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll is in the running for Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Geno Smith might be in the running for Comeback Player of the Year.
Absolutely agree.
And look, that team is set for the future if they continue this ride, especially with the playmakers they have. They still have Lockett. They have DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
They have a decent defense, and they have Pete Carroll, who has won the Super Bowl before and has been there twice.
Yeah, and I bet you when he's on a 1 yard line, I bet you he run that ball. Beast mode know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think the Seattle Seahawks, I think they scare me a little bit. And the story that they have kind of scares me too, because it's almost an equivalent story to being the underdog and having everyone kind of like write you off. I wrote them off. I didn't write them like in the beginning of the season. Nobody said the Seattle Seahawks would be a playoff contender with Geno Smith as quarterback. And right now, mid-season, I could honestly say, yeah, I could see that happening. And they're a pretty good team. They're a pretty scary team. I'm going to reverse the question and ask you the same thing.
I'll say Seahawks are definitely the one teams in the NFC to worry about. Another team in the NFC West is definitely the San Francisco 49ers.
They always scare me.
Look, this is a team that has the playoff experience. Jimmy Garoppolo, they basically told him, you're not a franchise quarterback. Trey Lance is our guy. He goes down with an injury, and Jimmy Garoppolo continues to find ways to win with this football team. And they've been there before. They have the playoff experience. They've been to a Super Bowl.
They got that defense too, man.
They have that tremendous defense there in San Francisco. So they're definitely a team in the NFC that look, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. Luckily, it's at home. If we would play anyone, if I believe what's going to happen with the way the season's going to shape out, that we get the first round bye, it would be at Lincoln Financial Field, possibly, who knows, in a blizzard, snowy weather, in the
something
cold.
Something that he can't handle.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that Jeffrey's going to be there at. I'm sure, Jenna, you better mark that down. If they do make the playoffs, he's going to.
So some type of home field advantage. Also, another team, I hate to say it, look, the Dallas Cowboys.
I agree. 100%, and I hate to say it, I almost vomited in my mouth saying it. Excuse me, but yeah,
thanks, Adam. Yeah, John Schneider's the GM that fleeced the Denver Broncos for what they did for Russell Wilson.
Oh man, we'll get back to the Denver Broncos in a second, but the Dallas Cowboys are a scary team. Look, we always talk shit as Eagles fans, but we have to be real as Eagles fans and realize the opposition that we're facing. The Dallas Cowboys are solid. That defense is solid, and with Dak Prescott being back, he'll beat you. This team can beat you, and what I'm hoping is when we finally do play them in December, that it's just like we don't need to play them our starters. If we're gonna lose a game, that's the game we should lose. Like, wouldn't it be poetic justice to start our like second and third stringers during that game, and it doesn't even matter at that point? We're in the playoffs, but yeah, the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants scare me sometimes. Like the way I run defense, like there's so many different teams that scare me. And to be honest with you, it's all the NFC East is the weirdest division that I've ever seen. For the past couple of years, we've been the worst division, laughing stock of the NFL, and all of a sudden now all of us are the top, like in the top 10. When has that ever happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been kind of wishy-washy, back and forth, but this season has been the most like awkward, weirdest season I've ever seen. What do you think? What do you think, buddy?
I think this is a good episode.
Awesome. High five. You heard it here first from Evan. This is a good episode.
We're Evan approved. So make sure, again, follow, like, subscribe, all our social media platforms, especially our YouTube channel. Because this kid's kicking our asses and subscribers.
I know. This is why we sold out.
I am. My channel is called British.
You know what? As a matter of fact, go ahead. Plug your channel, buddy. Go ahead. It's not gonna. You're gonna help us more than we're gonna help you. But go ahead. Go ahead. What's your channel called?
The channel is called British Guy with a Halloween emoji.
Cool. How many subscribers you got?
I have 3.1K subscribers.
So 3.14 thousand subscribers.
Oh, good for you. You know what? Maybe one of these days, buddy, I'm sure you're gonna make it to where you have 300 subscribers.
Yeah, I mean like
Kid blows us out.
R.I.P. Party Doll Dave.
Oh no, Party Doll Dave didn't die yet. He's not dead yet. He's on assignment right now. But you know what? It's the weirdest season. Even last night's game, like I'm watching, it's unpredictable.
Well, last night's game was a fucking snooze. But
everything's unpredictable. Like teams that shouldn't win are winning. Like the Green Bay Packers are trash.
Look, the NFC is definitely down. You look at the league as a whole. The AFC is by far the more superior conference in the National Football League.
Yeah,
you have the Eagles, the Vikings, and besides that, the Cowboys. It's a toss-up between 3 or 4 or 5 other teams. And the fact that the NFC South could possibly have a team with a losing record to make the playoffs again. I know it's happened before.
Yeah,
but look, the Saints, who are right now, I think with our pick, is a top 5, top 10 pick. They're only like a game and a half out of the first place in their division. Yeah. They still have a shot with their shitty record right now to make the fucking playoffs and screw us over. Because if they make the playoffs, no matter what their record is, it goes down to the bottom end of the draft.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But even so, like I don't see that happening. You know what? And I'm not even going to say that. I take that back. I can see that happening. I hope it doesn't happen. Reverse psychology at this point.
Adam chiming in here asking us, who is our top team in the AFC since we talked about the NFC?
Good question.
Look, with Josh Allen, if he's fully healthy, I know they're sort of downplaying his injury this week. It might be Case Keenum.
Yeah.
But look, that team is so stacked and so well built.
Yeah.
Case Keenum, he can run that. He's a guy he's played in this league. Yeah. He's a guy that has been a starter. He's a guy that led the Minnesota Vikings against us to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
So look, obviously the Buffalo Bills are the team to stop in the AFC right now. Look, I understand the Chiefs are they're always going to be a contender with Andy Reid at the helm, Patrick Mahomes. They lost Tyreek Hill. Yeah. But there's still a team that's been shown to be beatable. So I definitely have to give the nod to the Buffalo Bills.
I was also going to give the nod. That's not a word.
Nod.
The nod. I was going to say
Jeffism.
I did Jeffism. Like we need to start writing like Jeffism. Nodge. No, I agree with you. My first pick would have been the Bills. Second pick, the Chiefs are still. I don't care what anyone says. I think Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're a force to be reckoned with, and they might be losing in the fourth quarter. If you give this guy 16 seconds, 12 seconds, 18 seconds, like you might lose the game. So it would go Bills number 1, Chiefs number 2, healthy Tua, and in a playoff game number 3, Miami Dolphins. I think they're dangerous. I really do. I think
right now the Jets. I was saying everyone.
The Jets got a good defense.
Everyone is shitting on the Jets,
including myself,
not giving them any type of fucking praise. Listen to him.
Sub now. Like now. I agree with you on the Jets. The Jets they surprised the hell out of me, man. And that defense is phenomenal.
But you have the Baltimore Ravens, the Tennessee Titans.
I'm not sold on the Baltimore Ravens.
You have the former NFL MVP with Lamar Jackson.
I know Lamar Jackson, and and my cousin is from Baltimore, so he's probably gonna watch this and be like, "Fuck UP." I'm sorry, I meant FUP. But I'm just maybe I'm crazy, but like I don't see that team as a whole team. I think the Bills. The Chiefs, I still believe in the Dolphins. Don't let the record fool you. It's been a rough year for them, but given the situation, if they were all healthy, quarterback included, I mean, they're dangerous. You're talking about an offense that can just go up and down the field. You play Madden, you ever play against Hill? It's impossible. You could double, triple this guy, and he'll still get open, and that's real life. The cheetah is a problem. AFC is, and you know what? The AFC is so stacked right now.
They are.
It's so dope that they're not in the NFC. Like, let them battle it out. You know what I'm saying? How do you? My wife knows the answer to this one. She'll post. How do you kill two dinosaurs at the same time? You throw a piece of meat between them, and and then you fight him after he's fought the other dinosaur. That's the only way you got a chance. And I feel like that's the only way the NFC would have a chance in a Super Bowl versus this AFC stacked caliber offense is let them beat the hell out of each other and then just face them afterwards. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, you're not. You're not. But look, I'll say we have a great game this coming Monday. The Philadelphia Eagles, the 8-0 Philadelphia Eagles, the
That's
last
right.
and lone undefeated team.
That's right.
And as we get towards the season, look, I was hearing some stats and all this type of crap. I know everyone wants to talk about Jalen Hurts being the MVP of the season, which
He can't be.
he's playing well. I feel. Look, if the Eagles go undefeated, did you break my chair?
No,
Oh,
I
we're
didn't
getting
break your
we're getting the Hurts
We're in
alert.
a Hurts alert. We've been You know what? We could actually move back into the green.
Solid green.
Solid green Hurts alerts. This is brought to you by Doan. Brought to you by Doan. The Hurts alerts. We are in Super Bowl bound. We've been undefeated. So we haven't moved from the green area to anything that's elevated. So I'm pretty sure Hurts has done his job all season long. Thank you, Hurts.
He is deserving as of right now of getting that big contract.
He's gonna get it.
But
He better get it.
Look, if the Eagles go undefeated, he's obviously going to be the MVP. But I think I heard a stat: the last guy to win the MVP and win the Super Bowl was Kurt Warner.
Then I don't. Yeah,
It was like 99 or whatever year that was.
Then you know what? I don't care about the MVP. Just win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Just win
Who
the
cares?
Super Bowl.
He's not. Jalen Hurts ain't Joel Embiid. He doesn't care about individual stats.
Nah.
And I think like the last team or the last team to be undefeated to win the Super Bowl. I think it was like Peyton Manning's 2006 Colts. So look, history isn't on our side. I know right now we're the more dominant team. But history is on the Eagles' side when it comes to everyone wanting to be the MVPs for the undefeated season. Look, the last team to go undefeated was the New England Patriots. They lost in the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and that team was a way better team than what we're showing.
Yeah, well, close. I think we're close to it. I think there's a couple things that. Hold on.
The fact that Tom Brady broke the touchdown record, Randy Moss went off breaking Jerry Rice's touchdown record.
I agree.
That team was a way better football team than this Eagles team right now.
It's a different era, though. You're talking
Not really.
I mean, what year was that? That was 2015, 14. What was that? The undefeated season.
That was like 2007, bro.
Was it 2007? Damn, I'm fudged. But what I'm saying is this team is pretty stacked. Like if the offense is stacked. Sorry, that was brought to you by
2007.
Damn, I'm way off. Anyways, I just feel like I don't think we get a lot of credit for this offense. This offense is pretty all right. Give me one weakness on this offense. Exactly.
Run game.
The run game on the offense?
No.
Well, I was gonna say Sanders is having probably the best season he's had in a long time.
He wants to get paid.
Well, yeah, let him get paid somewhere else. I'm sorry, it didn't happen to hear Sanders.
Possibly.
If he was smart, just take the guaranteed money and the cut and just come back. But I mean, this offense. I mean, it's hard to find a deficiency within this offense. Now, I get like sometimes you're gonna have bad games and whatnot, but I think this is one of the best offenses we've seen in a long time.
I wouldn't go that far, bro.
I would.
I wouldn't go.
I would. You're talking about going. You're talking about going undefeated. You can't
because of this. Because of what? The competition we play.
That's not fair to say. We beat the Minnesota Vikings. We beat the Dallas Cowboys. I'm tired of everyone saying we haven't faced anyone when we faced everyone.
We haven't faced everyone. All I'm saying is the NFL as a whole, and especially in the NFC, is lackluster. Look, no one expected Aaron Rodgers to be 3-5 or 3-6, whatever the fuck he is.
It's not his fault. People keep dropping the ball.
It's not, but that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that team with the New England Patriots has Super Bowl or has Hall of Fame to Hall of Famer. They have a Hall of Fame head coach, Hall of Fame the quarterback, obviously the best quarterback and possibly player of all time. Randy Moss, Hall of Famer.
Best receiver of all time.
Look, they fucking...
I said it.
that defense was pretty decent too.
The defense was great.
But they didn't get the job done. So look, it does. All I'm saying is regular season records don't fucking matter. No one remembers what happens in the regular season. All that fucking matters is the team that hoists that Lombardi Trophy at the end of the season. So everyone wants to fucking talk about let's go for the undefeated season. Let's get this. Let's get that. Hurts MVP. No respect for him. I don't care about any of all that. I care about victories. I care about results. I care about a playoff run for the ages where we go out there and win our second Lombardi Trophy in fucking 6 years, whatever the fuck it is.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is they had a dynasty. We're talking about the New England. I'm sorry, I don't know if that camera caught it, but I literally just loogied something somewhere. I don't know where it got to.
I don't know.
It's gross. Anyways, we're talking about a dynasty that was built. We're talking about, yes, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and a great team, a great defense. I don't know, man. I'm starting to feel I'm not instead of saying the S word, I think Philadelphia fans should start saying the D word. We're talking about a young quarterback, a young coach. We're talking about an offense that already has young players already lined up for a long time, hopefully, Howie, which I have faith in. He doesn't. I'm not talking the D word anymore. I'm talking the S word. And if we can get to the point where those guys, the New England Patriots used to be, if we can just get to that point, win, lose, or draw, I feel like we're going to see many more to come. And honest to God, man, I don't think you give this. Look, when was the last time the Eagles were 8-0? I don't care about the competition. I don't care about the competition.
Never.
Right. So I don't want to hear you didn't do this. You didn't listen. It's a when we were 3 and whatever, when we were 2 and 5, no one gave us any credit. No one was like, well, you played hard teams. That's why you're 2 and 5. No one said that. Everyone was like, yo, you fucking suck. So when we're 8-0, at least give us our flowers now, because we are 8-0 in the NFL. We're not playing college. We're not playing high school. We're talking about NFL teams that come prepared every day. These guys, they get paid to do their job. So we are 8-0. I'm not saying anything other than just acknowledge the facts. We are undefeated as of right now, and if we continue to do this, I think we should give ourselves a little respect, man. Put some respect on our names.
Well, that respect's not going to matter unless they win the Monday's game. So
I agree.
Eagles, Washington at the link, Monday Night Football. The 8-0 Philadelphia Eagles against whoever the fuck the Washington Commanders are. 4-5 Commanders. So look, the Commanders
still in playoff contention.
But look. They need this game, so they have their backs against the wall. So do you think, Peanut, that a desperate Washington team with their backs up against the wall can play upset and beat the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday?
Absolutely not. That team is in shambles. There's so much going on right now. There's so much disarray with Snyder and what's going on. I just think, honestly, like, if we lose this game, it's going to be us basically losing the game. We're gonna give the game to the Washington Commanders. I almost slipped up there and said the R word. But if we lose this game, it's gonna be complete meltdown. It's gonna be complete step back. But I don't see us doing that. Even if we win a tight game, I say we win this game no matter what.
What's your score?
Oh, here we go. My score is gonna be 24-17. I think it's gonna be a lot of Dookie
so
scores
you
in the fourth quarter.
The fucking Commanders covering the goddamn spread.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in the fourth quarter when the game's over.
Fuck that.
What's your score?
Fuck that.
What's your score?
Don't
say 35-17 because I'm so tired of hearing that number.
I don't care. I don't care. That fucking Tyler Heineke, whatever the fuck his first name is, has rejuvenated this Washington team into a possible playoff team and has taken Carson Wentz's job.
Okay.
This team is a fucking disaster.
You think it's that bad?
Look, they're so banged up. Yeah, they're getting back Chase Young.
Okay.
They have Robinson back. They have some piece of play. I'm not saying this team is. I feel this team is a couple years away with the right coaching and with the right players understaffed. But this Eagles team, we have to remember, this is an Eagles team that demolished this team week 2 of the season, 24-7, and sacked Carson Wentz 9-10 fucking times.
Yeah, 9.
This defense is going to be coming for Tyler Heineke's head.
Okay.
The fact that we're undefeated. We're still not getting the respect we deserve.
Yep.
and it's at home at Lincoln Financial Field on national primetime television for the whole goddamn world to see.
Damn
We're
right.
gonna earn our fucking respect on Monday.
Put some respect
and we're
on
gonna
our name.
dominate.
I don't know.
What'd you say, buddy?
I don't know.
You don't
agree with me?
Uh,
You agree with me or him?
Both.
Okay, well, that's a very political way of going.
Very
and
political.
That's good.
You deserve to be in politics.
Yeah, right. But I agree with you, but I disagree with you. I think sometimes we overlook we play to our competitors' strengths, and I feel like I don't know. Maybe this team overlooks it, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Hurts comes out and he has a wonderful game. The one thing I will say is,
look, we're the only team in the National Football League that I think is has put up at least 28 points a game and is allowing less than 17 points a game. We are dominating our opponents.
yes,
And for everyone that's saying that we aren't having a dominating season, needs to get their fucking eyes checked. Yes, some of these games have come a little bit close. Yes,
right.
but this team, I think I saw a stat. This team has not trailed once in the second half.
I agree.
They might have tied,
Okay,
but this team for a single goddamn second has not trailed.
I agree. And hey, listen, I'm with you on that. So, what's the score?
Look, I have Philadelphia dominating this one. I'm putting up a 40 burger.
40 burger.
Yep.
Nom, 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 nom.
I have them winning. I'll say 42.
Damn.
42-20.
Okay. Wow. So it's basically blowout, garbage time.
Dude, we have too much firepower. I don't see their defense being able to stop Devontae Smith.
Firepower?
Stopping Dallas Goedert, who's on pace for over 1,000 yards. He's one of the more overrated players
I agree.
in the National Football League right now with the season that he is having.
I agree.
He's on pace to have over 1,000 yards and I think maybe close to double-digit touchdowns. I would say no, not Smith. Goddard.
Goddard. I'm sorry, Goddard.
I would say A.J. Brown is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
And the one thing that's about this defense or about this offense week in and week out, you don't know who's going to have the breakout game. It could be Smith 1 week. It could be Goddard 1 week.
Yeah.
It could be Miles Sanders, Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
You can't stop them all. The only way the Philadelphia Eagles are getting stopped is if the Philadelphia Eagles stop themselves.
Agreed.
With mistakes,
Agreed.
with penalties,
Word.
with turnovers, which is something that this Philadelphia Eagles team has not done this season. This has been one of the most disciplined football teams that we have seen in quite some time in Philadelphia Eagles history, and a lot of that is credit to the head coach, Nick Sirianni.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. Like, have you ever seen a Philadelphia Eagles team more prepared than this team? Like, this team comes into this game ready to go. I feel like the way Nick Sirianni has run this offense, and not even offense, team.
And don't get me wrong, they still have weaknesses. They're still light on a couple
Special
positions,
teams.
Depth, special teams,
safety,
and second half adjustments, but finding a way to not let that foot off the
called
gas.
the Cowboys?
No,
we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
We don't say the C word here. We don't say the C word. But like, I 40. I'm with that. Listen. I would enjoy a 40 burger. I would eat that 40 burger. Num num num.
I want a burger.
I just feel like I want a burger. I want burgers. I don't know, man. We'll see. And can it happen? Absolutely. I feel like this defense has the potential to be dominant. I feel like this offense has the potential to be dominant. And the one thing that I was always asking for that came forward was the big playability. Like, I feel like Jalen Hurts is finally getting to the point where he just throws the ball up and trusts his receivers to either make the play or don't make the play, make sure that they don't make the play. What would it? Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, the Eagles have scored at least 20 points in every game this season.
Yeah, they do pretty good, buddy. There's, you know what? Yeah.
Well, we're about to end the show. So.
Oh, we're gonna end the show. There's a bathroom in there, buddy. If you want to go in there.
Don't sit in there long. We still do your poem.
Yeah, we still. Yeah, hurry up.
We're in our partially finished basement. He was surprised that there's actually a bathroom down here.
It reminded me of me that one day when I was like twitching. I'm like, I gotta go.
Don't break my fucking chair.
Your chair's not gonna fucking break, and if I break it, I'll fix it anyways. Jeffrey, you don't know how to use a wrench.
I know. That's why I don't break it. But look, when you just go up and down the line when it comes to the matchups, when you come to the quarterback play,
right,
the running backs,
right,
the wide receivers,
right,
the defense, offensive line, defensive line. Almost everything you have to give the Philadelphia Eagles the notch. And I'm not saying, look, NFC East matchups, they're always competitive typically.
Right.
But look, don't forget to turn off the light, buddy, if you're done. I'm not paying that electric bill. I'll be sending your dad the bill.
Yeah, right. I don't even know how to pay bills. My wife does that. Thank you, babe. I love you. Here you go, buddy. There you go.
Yeah, we're still on, buddy. But look, let's get the fuck out. Let's get the party started. Let's get the weekend started.
Before we go,
but I'll say, look again. We want to quickly say thank you to all the veterans. Today is Veterans Day. For veterans currently and in the past.
Your father's a veteran.
My dad, my sister, my
Shout
grandfather, my father-in-law. Jenna's dad,
Yeah,
he was in the military. So, look, thank you to everyone who has served and for those that paid ultimate sacrifice. We appreciate for you fighting for our freedom. And Evan wants to read a little poem to all the veterans out there for us to celebrate Veterans Day.
You ready?
Go ahead, Evan.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
Veterans Day by Jessica Hawkins. Veterans are brave men and women who are still alive today. We thank them for their service and the price they chose to pay. Each day we live in freedom and our memory must not fade. The reason for this freedom comes from sacrifices made. So we celebrate our veterans on the 11th of November. We thank them for their courage and pledge always to remember.
Let's go.
Good job, buddy.
Let's go.
But again, thank you everyone for tuning in for another episode of Birds, Beers, and BS here on the AT Sports Network. We appreciate everyone for tuning in, leaving their comments. Again, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all our social media platforms for the latest and greatest news and shows on the podcasting stream. So again, make sure to check it out. We want to try to get our numbers up. We want to try to let everyone know what we have going on here. We have a lot of great things upcoming, and we want you to be a part of it. And we appreciate everyone that does support us and that is a part of it. But again, we like to also thank our sponsors before we get out of here. We like to thank our friends at Doan Distillery in Quakertown. They're located in the Trolley Barn Public Market in Quakertown. You can visit their website at doandistillery.com to see their list of their delicious drinks and spirits. And again, if you did not know, you're looking for a fun night out, Thursday nights are happy hour at Doan Distillery, 3:30 to 6:30 at Doan Distillery for their happy hour specials. Again, from their gins, their vodkas, their whiskeys, bourbons, rums, spirits, and much more at doandistillery.com, again, in Quakertown. I'd like to also thank our friends at Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant in Allentown. They are located off the Iroquois Trail in the Old Town Shopping Center. They are available for takeout or delivery at 610-395-2300 or vinnyspizzapa.com or vinnyspizzarestaurant.com. Either website will work. They'll send you to their menu and their great specials, from their game day specials to their subs, their pizzas, their strombolis, and much more. Make sure to check out Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant in Allentown. I'd like to also thank our friends at Stuff to the Grills in Allentown as well. You can order by calling 484-274-6760 or visit stufftothegrills.com for their daily and weekly specials there. And their full menu. They have some great desserts.
Yeah, they do.
For the season, some great sandwiches. Make sure you follow them on Facebook for their daily updates for what they have for that day. Every time I share it, Jenna's like, "Why are you sharing this? Because it looks so delicious."
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
So again, they're also available for catering orders. So if you have a family function, work function, whatever it may be, if you have some event, a graduation party, birthday party, you need some grub,
or it's Tuesday.
Or Tuesday. Yeah, just random Tuesday. You're looking for food. Stufftothegrills.com. Check them out in Allentown. I'd like to also thank our friends and where is it? I don't have it, but there it is. Statement Games. Again, Statement Games, front free twist on fantasy sports. Visit them at statementgames.com. It is free to play for your chance to win some gift cards, prizes, and much more. If you like Laura, look, every single week we're on UFC where she's gambling with the fights.
Yeah.
You can gamble for free with the UFC fights at statementgames.com. You can gamble for free to try to win stuff for the football games, basketball games. Baseball's over, hockey, whatever sporting event. I'm pretty sure they have wrestling on there. You can pick and choose and have a chance to win, accumulate points and redeem that for prizes later on.
Shout out Statement Games.
So again, thank you to statementgames.com, and also again support us.
Yeah. Oh, as a matter of fact, Evan, show off the shirt.
Yeah, buddy. I'll say, welcome to the shit show.
Yeah.
With the poop emoji. You can get that shirt exclusively on the AATSportsNetwork.com/shop, along with all our other great gear from our other shows, from the Weekly Report, Across the Pitch, Burning Bridges, and
Opposition Outlook.
Opposition Outlook. Well, that's the Weekly Report.
Oh, is that the week? Okay.
Yeah.
They call it Opposition Outlook during the season because he usually brings on a guest from the opposing team and discuss the game.
Shout out Johnny.
And also I forgot to mention my friends.
Go ahead, mention your friends.
Mention your friends, buddy.
Shout out to Manic D.
Shout out, bro. Shout out.
Yeah, that's
High five. Yeah, buddy. You did a good job today, man.
Yeah, I really did.
Go ahead, Jeffrey.
Let's get the fuck out of here. But again, make sure you're following along for the ride for updates. We appreciate the support. And we do this for the fun, but without yous, we had no one really talk to.
Pretty much.
Or no one that fucking gives a shit about us.
Pretty much.
Besides our wives who are sitting at home watching this right now.
Who probably getting tired of us at this point.
Pretty much.
Been
but
a long time.
Again, we'll be back hopefully next week talking about another undefeated football team with the Philadelphia Eagles, hopefully going 9-0. If not, fuck it. We still have another half of football season to talk about.
That's right.
But then again, and every show here on Birds, Beers, and BS, drinking